Hello Jeff, got your Solex carburetors here, getting ready to test them. This carburetor back here is 19696. See if we can zoom in on that. There we go, almost. Come on, camera, you can do it. 196. Okay. Underneath here, the other serial number. You can see up underneath here, perhaps. Let's see if I can figure out how to hold this. Okay, right here. Yeah, it's not going to do it. How about, it's B4898, I think, something like that. I don't know why they stamped it down here. It's not the normal place to put it. All right. Can't see the camera. See, anyway, it's okay. Let's see, go up there. Unbelievable. Is that it? There we go. Now you can see it. All right, those are your serial numbers. Now we're going to do a quick tour and it's not for me, that's the rude neighbors. Anyway, we're going to take a quick tour of the carburetors. All your mating surfaces. I'm serious, these people are just unbelievable. They're very entitled. They live in a compound with a gated, they've built themselves a gated wall around their entire place, electronically controlled gates. You cannot approach the front door. They're just like they're walled in their own little enclosure, and this is a common problem I have to deal with daily. Anyway, all the mating surfaces have been machined. We've got all new throttle shafts, new throttle plates. We've got new choke shafts, and all the throttle shafts have got new bushings where they didn't have bushings, and seals, and of course all new factory gaskets down here. And we're going to do a cold start, but of course that is just a contradiction of terms out here, because the ambient temperature is probably 100 degrees out right now, so I'm not sure what a cold start is going to be like. So we got 103 sitting in the shade on the aluminum. How about the wood down here? This is a wooden stand. Where is my... Where's my... There it is. All right, the wood, 102 on the wood. And we're going to use a analog engine analyzer to adjust the carburetors. There we go. And we're going to warm these up. Of course, it doesn't take much. The water temperature is already 120 just sitting out in the sunshine in the ambient. So, but we do have to warm these things up before we can adjust them. Alright, so I'm going to switch on, choke, there we go. Yep, too much choke. Yes, it's way too warm for a choke. Alright, we'll warm these up. Waiting for our thermostat to open. Thermostat just open. Alright. Warmed up as much as we're going to be warmed up. Alright, first thing we're going to do, disconnect the linkage so that these things are running independently of each other. Keep a hold of this, make sure it doesn't go anywhere, we don't have a runaway engine. So let's check we're using our synchrometer and check our second barrel, see how we're doing here on the second barrel. This one's still fresh and sticking a little bit. Alright, so that's where we should be running. We get typically running about 0 to 1, 1.5 on the second barrel. This one's sticking a little bit too. So let's set it down. And that'll loosen up as we get some time on the carburetors out in the field. And we can see that one shuts down to 1.5. So we got good closure. That means the machine work and the butterflies are good on the second barrel. Now what we want to do is check our flow on our first barrel. And what we want is uniform flow out of each barrel. So we're running about 4 right there. And over here, and you see we're running 4 as well. And what we're going to do is make sure that they are the same. And if they're not, then we simply adjust the idle screw accordingly. Then this will determine where your idle is. So right now I've got it an exceptionally low idle just to see how well it does. Next thing we do is our idle mixture screw. See if we can show you that. Alright. Idle mixture screw right here. And what we're going to do is just screw this in until the engine bogs down. You screw it out until it bogs down. You get your midpoint. And then what we're going to do is use the analog engine analyzer and show you how that works with the RPM. So we're going to screw it down and you'll be able to hear the engine bogging. Alright, back it out. We got our best run. And get the midpoint. But it's a lot easier when you're using the tachometer. So what we're going to do is put this down here and you can watch how the tach changes as I adjust. Right now we are reading on the RPM, and this is our low scale. And we're reading the high scale actually right now. So I'm going to switch over to low scale. You see the needle pop up. Right now, running 550 on the RPM, 500 to 550, 525, just bouncing around right there. I'm now going to adjust the idle mixture screw. Get the best idle off of both carburetors using the tachometer. And I see the idle dropping. Now you come back. 550. Not making improvements, starting to drop a little bit again, so we screw back in where we got our best running. Looks like right about there. Do the same thing on the second carburetor. Starting to degrade, now we back off. Come back the other way. Starting to degrade, so we want to get right back there to 5. There we go, picking up. 550, 575. So now we're adjusted. Snap our linkage back on, make sure nothing changes. Now we'll go over to the high scale. And we'll put the tripod back up where you can see what's going on. Alright, and other things we're going to be looking for. Inside the carburetor, make sure we don't have, notice how dry it is in there. That means we don't have any dripping out of our accelerator nozzles. Look down here and look up inside there. Alright, see our accelerator front nozzle, the discharge nozzle is dry. Right there, it's dry. That's the function of this check valve right here. So if you ever have trouble with these things dribbling, this check valve is dirty or stuck. Also checking our bottom of our carburetors. You see they're dry. We work very hard to keep these things dry on the bottom. Same here. Idling, it's still idling at 5 and change. Turn it off, do a hot start. But 550 is a little low, so what we're going to do is bounce up the idle to about 700. 750. So right now we're going to bounce this up. So we're going to increase our idle on both of these carburetors. Alright, it says we're running about 700. So let's check our flow, make sure it's the same. There's almost 5. 5 right there. Let's bounce it up just a smidge more. There's 5.5. 5.5 there, and this will give us in terms of RPM 7 to 750. So we're right on the money where we're supposed to be. Snap blinkers back on. Let's see if we can see the setter pump discharge nozzle doing their thing. That is a